morning to every one of you. And thank you, Maria Williams, for actually giving me the pleasure to co-present with a very dear friend of mine now, Dr. Melody Rodarty. It's just amazing experience, and to be thrown in the midst of doing research, gobbling the information in the last 2 days, and being enlightened and mortified and petrified, and sort of finally coming out of the ashes. So we are going to talk to you about slide presentation. All right. So guys, let's go into this. So my part is the first part. So the thing is, how many are we? Over 200 people. So I want you to understand that, let's say, oh, we're getting the new product. Oh, another one. They're introducing another one. No, the thing is, LifeVantage is about health. So we're talking about the bundle of health, the foundation of health. What we're bringing is not end all and be all, but this is a part of that healthy proposition that we're talking to you, that starts with you and the lifestyle and the food and the sleep and the water, and starts with that NRF2 concept of cleaning the cells, and then boosting the mitochondria, giving the energy, and then lining up, synergizing and synchronizing us with our microbiome and feeding the microbiome. And then again, sort of we're bringing omegas of fish oils with vitamin D, and now we're bringing something else, and it's like, oh, another one. But this is that complexity and the composition that you need it. It's like essential. So every one of us do understand that we need NRF to pretend them, right? This is like given. We know that we need mitochondrial boost. So this is the tri-synergizer is a given. Like, no offense, but a maybe is non-negotiable. We know that we need fish oils, vegan is talking. So you do, because for the cells. And our omegas have vitamin D. And if you listen to me on Saturday, you probably will remember that vitamin D is not only for the calcium and the bones. Vitamin D is for your antioxidation and for your microgut. And this is for your mitochondria, and it's for your brain. And it's also prebiotic. So let's see, in the new product, we're also bringing vitamin D, and people will ask, oh, why? Well, because we're giving, our products have like such a good concentration and very untherapeutic, under therapeutic concentrations, that sometimes with the synergy, if you bring a little more, it's actually better. And then, for example, if we talk about Axio, so we're bringing B complex, and we're bringing magnesium, and let's say we're bringing L-theanine that is going to upregulate something else, so we're bringing some vitamins. So now when we're going to talk about the new product and we're going to bring zinc, it's absolute essentiality. So we're just adding to addition to the must for the cell upregulation and must for the cell supplementation. So, and then please, Melody, correct me if I'm wrong or I'm forgetting something. But what I wanted to talk about is, and now I forgot, yes, I want to talk about the triangle of a must. There is a huge triangle which starts with the microgut, immune system, and the brain. And in this triangle, there is nothing of these angles or corners that can go without each other. So your immune system will never work well if your gut is not healthy. or your microgut is not upregulated. Your microgut is never going to be healthy if your gut is not good. If the house is not clean, the habitants of that house and microgut population is not going to be good. So your microgut is that immune system that is the foundation of actual immune system. And your immune system, they say microgut is responsible for 70% of your immune system. And it's not that microgut is your immune system, no. It's your species literally activate the 70% of your immune system. Without your microgut and immune system, your brain is not going to work. So now we're getting to the new product, which is called Daily Wellness. And we are going to address predominantly immune system, but it's a whole lot more when we get into the description of the ingredients. Now, before I give it to Melody, and I'm already too long, let's think of LifeVantage and our products. So by and large, our products have 4 to 5 ingredients. And that come across through the daily wellness again. So I believe this is me, and Dr. O'Doherty comes next.
Well, I thank you. That what we get excited about, and hopefully you have heard that loud and clear with Dr. Sveta, is we don't just put band-aids on things. We really believe in taking care of the whole body. And this is just adding to that, you guys. So it's not, it's just incredible because we need this because we're not getting all of our micronutrients through foods all the time. And so to have something that we can do daily, like I love this, that it says 5 to thrive, is just going to further help that your overall wellness. So it is a powdered drink. I'm so excited. We were able to get it here. If you were in the States on the SAB, I love you, Sveta. If we could have got it to you, we would. It tastes delicious. It's elderflower, acai flavored. And it has 5 key ingredients here that you see. So there's vitamin D3, which we all know so important to have at an adequate level, vitamin C, zinc, elderberry, and this is the new kid on the block that you might not know anything about, the whole yeast extract. But as Sveta was telling you about, our goal here is this is going to be daily. They are sub-therapeutic doses. If you look at it, at why do they have these smaller doses? And we'll show you another slide with that. But that's because what we're doing is building the foundation, right? So we already have been talking about our tri-synergizer and the incredible part of that in, antioxidant protection and production. When you know about those antioxidants, well, guess what? They need some of these like zinc in order to work right. And so we want to bring this in, and in our further trainings, we'll talk about how the synergy of everything fits together. But tonight, we definitely wanted you to learn about this daily wellness. So daily wellness is a combination of well-established and innovative ingredients proven to proactively support the immune health. So that is so important right now, that we want to support our immune health. A proper immune response is a good response. We don't want to overactivate anything. And so this is what we are trying to do here. We want to boost our body's response to stresses. We want to support everyday health and well-being. We want to support respiratory and sinus health. That's one of our first keys. So we talk about, the gut microbiome, but guess what? We breathe first. So what's coming in through our sinuses and what's coming in through our mouth? So that's another area that we want to definitely support. Dr. Silverman, do you want me to do the first part of this, and then you can tackle that beautiful last part?
I'll go with the yeasts.
Okay. So vitamin C is an incredible antioxidant. We know about this. This is not a new kid on the block, but the amounts do make a difference. So when somebody, I'm going to tell you this, and we might talk about it even later. When somebody wants to compare this to mega doses of vitamin C, guess what? That's not what you want on a daily basis, okay? You want small amounts. Not everybody can have citrus fruit all the time. That's a great source of vitamin C. So having something that you can take and supplement in a good form is always going to be best. So you're going to see that we have 150 milligrams of vitamin C, and a great antioxidant. And then we also have vitamin D3. The 5 micrograms is about 200 units. So again, you might be thinking, I was told I have to take higher doses of vitamin D. Well, you do in certain situations, but for something to be supportive, we don't want to overemphasize a certain amount of something. So we have 5 micrograms of vitamin D3, which is about 200 units. And so the next one is zinc, and this is the world's most common deficiency. We don't store this. This is something that you need to take in every day. Some people are great with their beans and with some of their greens, and some people hate those things. And so guess what? We want you to take zinc daily, but we want small amounts. Zinc needs quercetin. Where have we seen quercetin, you guys? Do any of our other products have quercetin in it? And those two work synergistically. So we've got a great amount of zinc here, 10 milligrams. The other thing that we wanted to be very cognizant of is we are an international company, right? So we have to know that we want doses to be something that can be used across the board in other countries as well. And then there's elderberry. A lot of people know about elderberry. We have 200 milligrams in our daily wellness, and this is supporting our wellness as well. So the cell function and an immune response, okay? And so that's an incredible other ingredient that we have in there. And then we're saving the best for last, because you probably have never heard of fermented yeast. And so it is the new kid on the block for most of you, but it is not something new that we have used, especially with people who are trying to do things to help their microbiome and have known about probiotics and prebiotics. This is a postbiotic, you guys. So it's another term that you are going to be learning from us.
That is awesome. So guys, couple things. As Dr. Rodarte said, it's interesting. I was doing a little bit of a research today. Zinc, over 17% of the global population is estimated to be zinc deficient, and 20% of national diets contain insufficient zinc to meet minimum health requirements. And news to you, if you're vegan or vegetarian, you need zinc. That's a must. That's an essential, and it comes from a vegan. Now, between zinc and elderberry, there is something that comes in common. There's something that is called NRF2. Well, guess what? And there is something that is called mitochondria. Well, guess what? Not only that those things boost immune system, they go hand in hand with our famous NRF2, especially zinc. Zinc is like it has its hands, so it's just very well connected to our SOD and to our glutathione, as well as our vitamin C. And it is so true that Dr. Rodarte said that in this case, we may not need a lot of it. We just need it consistently. So now let's get to the fermented yeast. And I'm sure a lot of you are very well familiar with fermented yeast, aka it's called wine, or mostly it's called beer. And I'm sure that Mr. Sean Poe is very familiar with the concept of fermented yeast. Sorry, I just had to. Now, like whole yeast ferment. The whole yeast ferment, this is sort of a trade name, and we are buying, or whatever the definition, we're getting this product from the company that is called Epicor. And Epicor is giving us, and I quote them, and they have, if you go on PubMed, you're going to find 8 peer-reviewed human studies, which makes me very happy. Epicor is a nutrient-rich, high metabolite product of fermentation that have been shown to have significant antioxidant capacity, desirable immune system modulatory and anti-inflammatory effects in healthy individuals based on randomized studies. As Dr. Rodarte said, it's a postbiotic, but it also has prebiotic potential. And it's interestingly enough, listen to this. So Epicor fermentate can act as a multivitamin for the immune system, because through the fermentation of those species, which are called Saccharomyces cerevisiae, and this is the test. So upon the fermentation and the special process, the dozens of nutrients and metabolites are preserved, and they will act as a multivitamin for immune system. Now, they're going to strengthen the immune response. Now, you can ask me, Sveta, why do we need more? Because we actually have beta glycans in our probio. We have our Wellmune, which also comes from the basically baker's yeast. Now, we need both. So your beta glycans are simple extracts from that cell wall of the yeast. But the product that we are getting as our hero is not that highly processed or refined. But so what it brings, it contains complex range of nutrients and metabolites, in which beta glycan is just one of the dozen. The whole composition of this Epicor yeast fermentate makes it very beneficial and unique. So that's why it is a good thing, and it's a great addition to our armamentarium.